check this out. You have high alphas and you have low alphas. Which one are you? Or could you be both? Is the question. Now we're gonna break it down. When we speak in terms of a high alpha, I got things to do. I know you guys feeling the intro, and I can't give the intro. I got things to, get to. So follow me on this. I'm about to break it down, and then we up out this motherfucker. 100. But y'all already know what it is. It's KC the Red Pill Alpha though. Back at y'all with that heat. Hit the like, share, subscribe button, hit the notification button. But let's get to it though. A high alpha, we already know that a high alpha, it comes from the mindset. It's come from within your heart, who you truly are. This is something you can't duplicate, make up. This is something you can't actually jump on it because you feel like it's a trend. This is something that's got to be within you as a man. And like I said, it starts with the mind. Do you give a fuck about yourself? Do you give a fuck about your surroundings? Do you give a fuck about making a difference in life? Do you give a fuck about leaving a legacy behind? Do you give a fuck about actually having feelings towards humanity in a whole, in the aspect of actually being that person that smiles, being that person that can be given, being that person that can be caring. But at the same time, you don't take shit. A motherfucker know not to play. You motherfucker know not to cross you. A motherfucker know that you will get off into that ass if you got to. You will put your foot down. You are a man. You stand on everything. You don't fall for anything. Now, with that being said, that's umbrellaed by being a high alpha. It ain't because of what you drive, what kind of car, what kind of house you stay in, the location you stay, the people you surround yourself with, the money that you have in the bank, the resources that you have. Because you still can be a fucking simp, a weak motherfucking beta, crybaby ass bitch who couldn't face adversities if all those things that you have was to disappear. A high alpha is going to be the same person if things that he got disappears, because we know that we all have rainy days. We're still living on earth. None of us is exempt from that thunderstorm that's waiting on all of us. So it's always best to be prepared for those rainy days, having finances put up, having certain investments being watched over you. Well, you watching over your investments, you making sure it's ends meet. You're not living outside of your means. You living inside of your means. And you're not a pushover. That's considered a high alpha. You knocking things down, you giving it to them. You banging women out with no feelings attached. You're not giving a fuck if she got a boyfriend, what she got to do tomorrow. She got to go on a dinner date the next day or go out kicking it with family and friends 2 hours before you nail her or an hour after you. Who cares? You getting yours. You having fun with it. And like everything else, it will pass. It shall pass. Especially if it's not beneficial towards you or for you. That's a high alpha. A man who seeks to build without a sense of destruction. So he's not going to allow anything in his circle. That's a high alpha. And so on and so on. More things to it. We know that. Now, a low alpha, Y'all want to know what the low alpha is, right? And you know we can keep speaking on the high alpha and the things that he brings to the table as himself. You know, he's that leader. He captivates and he embodies leadership to the core. And he don't give a fuck about what nobody got to say about him, because he's going to do what he got to do without seeking approval and validation. He don't need that, because he knows it's going to be there, because he him and he know who he is. He's him and he know who he's it, who he is. You get what I'm saying? But the low alpha, I'd have been a part of the low alpha family. You know, I did it. Or could you be both? In my world of drug dealing, when I used to sell drugs and things when I was younger, in that world, even though, you know, if you want to consider it low when you're dealing with the justice system in everyday society, of course, because it's not the normal. But in that world, you're still an alpha in the things that you do. You know, and being that low alpha, and you guys be like, okay, it's the Pookie, it's the Ray Rays and all that. No. Listen. The reason why a lot of these women are attracted to the low alpha type guys, I'm gonna call them low alpha, because they don't have the sensibility or the mindset of a high alpha. But in their world, they're still alphas. But it's kind of lower than the high alpha, so we're going to say low alpha. But in their world, they're still alphas. They are. Oh, yeah. Now, the reason why is because not only that they're fearless, you know, not only that they bring a sense of excitement, entertainment, living on the edge, something that women thrive and get their pussy, you know, wetter than a tsunami. These dudes don't give a fuck. And that's very attractive to a woman. A man who gives a fuck is not too attractive, because he can be figured out. He's not that mystery man. He's boring. And we know human nature, right? This ain't women nature, men nature, kids nature, teenagers. It's human nature. If a motherfucker sense that you can be a pushover and they push that survival button, hey, it ain't got to be a survival button. They ain't got to be a need. If they just sense that you a pushover, they're going to use you. They're going to take you a little further than the next person can take you, and they're going to take you for what they can take you for. So that type of person is very boring, you know, and the low alpha comes in and incites her day. And the beta guy may think that the things that he got to offer and the care that he got for her, putting her on a pedestal shit, is going to make her fall for him, is going to win her over. No. It's the total opposite. What's going to win her over is a motherfucker who don't give a fuck. That's why those low alpha dudes, y'all call them Pookie, Ray Rays, and whoever, that's why those dudes run through these women. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't have the feelings. And a lot of guys cannot make it in life without having feelings for a woman. A lot of guys cannot move in life without thinking about a woman and thinking about sex 24/7. And that put their minds in that box of being controlled by a woman. Especially when they come across a woman that they feel that they like, a baddie or whatever. They get crumbled and took it for all they got and get treated like shit. Yeah, you might get a little pussy, but that low alpha dude gonna get it like it ain't shit, because he don't see her the way you see her. He see her as just a bitch. You see her as Princess Tiana, some shit in The Princess and the Frog. Watching that shit some years ago with my little niece. Tiana, what's that? Yeah, one of them princess. You see her as that. You put her up there. He treat her just as a normal chick. So, could you be both though? Of course. I can. And the reason why I say I can is because I'd have been in the frame, and this can happen now. I know who gives a fuck. I could be in the frame of knocking down what they say, the baddies, the dimes, and all that shit, and do my thing with them. And I also would knock off some big motherfuckers. I also would get mine in on some motherfuckers. You be like, what? Okay, Casey, you gonna nail that? Yeah, I'm a man. When that late night call, you know what time it is. It could be 2, 3 in the morning. Typically, it'd be them late night calls, and it is what it is. With all of them, it'd be that late night call. But when you get them motherfuckers, you be like, oh, I don't know, man. Shit, she thick. She ain't all that in the face, man. But shit, she got a body. She just, hey, man, listen, check game. Could you be both? Or have you ever been both? Have you ever been that man who don't really give a fuck? Who gonna pull a motherfucker in 2, 3 in the morning? You're topped off. She coming over with all type of trinkets and shit. The wine. She's bringing the L's if you into blunts and all. She's bringing everything. She's bringing games. She's bringing shit. She's bringing things. Hospitality is everything. The sex is wild, crazy. It is what it is. And you move on. She know what it is and she moves on. Are you that high alpha and that low alpha? Could you be both? Of course. I done knocked off thoughts. Them little wild motherfuckers that y'all be seeing running around here, man. The different color hair and all that, popping that ass in them gas station parking lots and shit. Yeah, KC takes them down. Knocks them all the way down. You got to get it. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. And shouts out to Coach Greg Allen, what they call them, nasty boys. He definitely right. Could you be both? When you fellas get to a certain point in life to where you had multiple women, different standards, different stages, or however you guys put it, you get what I'm saying. Then the fun time is just a fun time, and you got to move on. Like I said, I go to sleep happy, I wake up smiling like you see this grin, right? I'm happy. And the reason why I'm happy because I know me, I enjoy me, I love me first. I give a fuck about me first before I give a fuck about anybody else. Or how can I give a fuck about anybody else if I don't learn how to give a fuck about me? My needs gonna come first. My wants gonna come first. You dig? That's what it is. I need that success. I need that moolah. I need everything that comes with that moolah, that success, and everything that comes, that embodies business, investments, or whatever. I need that. I want that ass. And I'm going to get that ass. And it comes like hand over fist. Real shit. Collecting them dollars in the dope game, hand over fist, you getting it in. Ass comes like that just as well. You make yourself that high catch. Now, can you be that high alpha or low alpha? Or are you that high alpha or low alpha? Or can you be both? I'm in that alpha range. That's all that matters to me. Why? Because it's all about me. I don't put the blame on no bitch or nobody else. I put it on me. If I fucked up, oh shit, I fucked up. I got to recount what I did and redo this over again with the next bitch. And I learned. My process goes. It's going to keep going. It's like an assembly line. It never stops. You should be the same way. Like these videos, share them, and subscribe. And knock them down. And get yours and quit fucking crying, complaining, and hit me up. Yo, KC, man, don't this matter, don't nothing matter. Only thing that matters is you getting yours. And go lay down in the grave somewhere. Holla.